Today we are going to tell you about a very creative profession, that is architecture.
Hi, my name is Quratul N. I'm an architect. I currently am working in Pakistan. I have my own design practice and I take up a lot of residential, retail and commercial projects. Both architecture and interior design. Architecture can actually be further classified into product design, industrial design, interior design or landscape design, depending on the country where you're studying and your university. There are many courses which are offered as basics and then as more advanced specializations. You can do your specializations in interior design, or you can do your specializations in product design or landscape design, retail design or urban planning. For architecture, depending upon the university that you're applying to, you usually need to have good drawing skills. You usually need to have some basic knowledge of physics and mathematics. The university that I went to, Indus Valley School of Art and Architecture in Karachi, did not really require a degree or a previous study in physics, but they did require good sketching and good drawing skills. So it totally depends upon the university that you're applying to. It is a 5-year program in Pakistan, and when you actually graduate from the bachelor's program, you get a bachelor's of architecture degree, and then you can go on and study at some university. You can apply for your master's, and then it totally depends on exactly which specific field you would want to go and study further. Architecture seems to be a very intimidating kind of a field, but and especially for women in Pakistan, architecture is something which is a very male dominated profession, but I can see a lot of girls entering the field as well, and quite successfully. One of the famous women architects was Zaha Hadid globally, and within Pakistan, one of the very famous architects who's now working on a lot of heritage and a lot of empowering the poor people is Yasmin Lari. She's one of the star architects of Pakistan who's actually making a difference within the social scene. Architecture, I think, is also a profession which requires a lot of responsibility in terms of the materials that you're using, or how sustainable those materials are, and what is the message that you're actually giving out to the world in terms of your design and in terms of your architecture. Because the world is I think the whole world globally is heading towards climate change, a lack of resources. So we have to be very mindful as architects of the fact that whatever building we are creating, what kind of an impact is it making on the global level? What kind of a social statement is it making? Is it economically feasible? Is it sustainable to our environment? So I think in that regard, architecture is a very responsible profession, and I think if you're creative, you can make your mark in this field. Thank you.
Let us see some of the famous architectures of the world. We will be back with another profession in our next video. So follow us on YouTube, Instagram and Facebook. Keep watching Ingenious Sisterz.